What's the dumbest thing you've done out of pure horniness? Spoke to a guy online. He was older and kept mentioning fur. I thought that meant that he was identified as a bear. He kept saying he loved fur, and all things fur. I was like, okay, he must be into hairy guys and bears and crap like that. Being moderately hairy myself, I thought I could satisfy his need for fur. Well, upon arrival at his house, he greeted me in an ankle-length fur coat, chinchilla. At this point I realized he meant actual fur, and fur items. I went in and he had like, an entire room full of fur coats, most of them on the floor all spread out for us to lie on. I hooked up with him for a bit. He loved to rub the fur coat on his willy and crap. Whatever, it was very humdrum. Those boomers are so easy to get off since they went through puberty without internet adult flimps and the slightest breeze across their willies gets them hard. Anyway, on my way out the door he asked if I liked fur. I said I loved fur coats. Then he offered me one, a floor-length Arctic fox. I of course declined. I did not have a spare $5K to give him, nor did I want to owe him for anything. I told him flat out that I did not plan on continuing this, that this was just a hookup, and that I would essentially never see him again, let alone arrange for some form of payment. I wasn't about to whore myself out, especially for a, ladies, fur coat from the 80s. Shoulders looking like a mixture of a quarterback and Alexis Morel Carrington Colby Dexter Rowan. He insisted that he really wanted me to have it and that I would never have to owe him for this and that we would never even have to meet again. I took the coat, and this is where I effed up. Days later he texts me, when will we meet again? I ignored him for a while. Days go by, I get another, more insistent, text. When are we meeting up again? I gave you that fur coat, you need to see me now. I went through the whole I told you I had no intentions of seeing you again and you insisted I take this coat after I rejected it like 3 times and also you insisted I would owe you nothing and that I take the coat. He said that I needed to see him again to return the coat or that he wanted me to give him a pair of my dirty underwear. I was floored. He knew I had no intention of ever seeing him again, no means of paying for a coat like this, and that I was above whoring myself out, let alone for a measly fur coat. I reminded him of this. I said that I did not feel safe meeting him in person to give him this coat any longer since he was now attempting to manipulate me and coerce me back into an intimate circumstance with him. He then said that he would call the police on me. I reminded him that he gave me the coat, insisted that I take it, and insisted that I would owe him nothing for it. He then said that if I did not return the coat or give him my dirty underwear, he would tell everyone I was gay. I laughed and informed him that he was free to do that because A, everyone knows I'm gay as hell, and B, I don't live a cowardly life in the closet, and therefore don't care. I told him I did not appreciate him lying to me, and then trying to blackmail me into having intercourse with him, giving the coat back, or giving him a pair of my dirty underwear like some backpage slag. He got frustrated, thinking that these scare tactics and blackmailing would induce me into taking him seriously and suddenly believing him to be honest and true to his already broken words. Then he brought out the big guns. He said that if I did not meet him to hook up, give him a pair of my dirty underwear, and give him back the coat, he would tell his wife all about it. I did not know he was married, or masquerading as a straight man. He was one of those guys, the straight closet guy who wants all the benefits of sleeping with men, but none of the responsibility or social stigma. A effing scared coward. I said to him, so let me get this straight, you want me to hook up with you again, after you said I wouldn't have to, you want me to give you back the coat you insisted I'd take against my wishes, and you want me to give you my dirty underwear, and if I don't comply, you're going to tell your wife on me? A wife that you conveniently failed to even mention before? I laughed, and he got really angry. It was then I realized he gave me the coat thinking that he could use this, and his threats, against me to coerce me into having intercourse with him and all his fur coats again. I informed him that I was aware of this. He hung up on me.